Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Notification Podcast, your go to source for this week's new book releases. Today, we're looking at the week from July 21st to the 27th. There are over 300 new books releasing this week, and there is no way that we could cover them all. Visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors, so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight with a little something for everybody. Let's get into it. New York Times bestselling author Steve Berry comes The List. After a 10-year self-imposed exile, Brent Walker is returning home to Concord, a quaint town in central Georgia nestled close to the Savannah River. 2 years ago, his father died, and now Brent, hired by Southern Republic Pulp and Paper Company as its assistant general counsel, is returning to care for his ailing mother. For decades, Southern Republic has invested heavily in Concord, creating a thriving community where its employees live, work, and retire. But the genteel sheen of this quiet town is deceiving, and when a list of cryptic code surfaces, Brent starts to see the cracks. Southern Republic's success is largely based on a highly unorthodox and deadly system to control costs, known only to the three owners of the company. Now, one of them, Christopher Bozen, has had a change of heart. Brent's return to Concord, a move Bozen personally orchestrated, provides his conscience with a chance at redemption. So a plan is set into motion, one that will not only criminally implicate Bozen's two partners, but also place Brent Walker square in the crosshairs of men who want him dead, with only one course left: find and reveal the shocking secret of The List. The List will be released on July 22nd. From USA Today bestselling author Lauren Rowe comes Spark. Ruby is his best friend and bandmate, also the sister of a good friend, which makes her strictly off limits. Some might even say that she's like a sister to him, if not for the dreams that started when they were 16. But everything changes when Ruby kisses him at a party to make her ex jealous. The spark he's spent years trying to suppress flares into something impossible to ignore. Now he can't stop thinking about that kiss, or craving another. After the kiss that changed everything, he's willing to risk everything to make her his, even if it means setting his entire world on fire. Spark by Lauren Rowe will be released on July 25th. Greenwich by Kate Broad is one of the best new books of July. Summer 1999. Rachel Fisk is almost 18 when she arrives at her aunt and uncle's mansion in Greenwich, Connecticut. Her glamorous aunt is struggling to heal from an injury, and Rachel wants to help and escape her own troubles back home. But her aunt is oddly spacey, and her uncle is consumed with business. Rachel feels lonely and adrift, excluded from the world of adults and their secrets. The only bright spot is Claudia, a recent college graduate, aspiring artist, and the live-in babysitter for Rachel's cousin. As summer deepens, Rachel eagerly hopes their friendship might grow into more. But when a tragic accident occurs, Rachel must make a pivotal choice. Caught between her desire to do the right thing and to protect her future, she's the only one who knows what really happened, and her decision has consequences far beyond what she could have predicted. Greenwich will be released on July 22nd. Blood in the Cradle is a new thriller from Cobie LaJeanne. It's a case every detective dreads, the one that forces them to confront their own traumatic past. When decorated detective Chloe Van Bell receives a call about a severed limb in a fountain, she dreads returning to encounters, a renowned angel-worshipping church tied to her dark childhood wounds. She's further shocked to learn 6-year-old Lillian vanished from the congregation without being reported. Chloe's half-sister Rosie, a devout believer engaged to the Reverend's son, remains unwavering that everything unfolds according to the divine will, refusing to see the evil in front of her. An eerie search leads to Lillian's body tucked in a cradle with a vintage watch, linking the crime to a similar murder 20 years ago. The gruesome scene triggers Chloe's morbid fascination with death, making her visual gustatory synesthesia, which gives murder a literal sweet taste, harder to hide. With Chloe's nightmares and half memories resurfacing, she engages in a macabre game of cat and mouse with the killer. As casualties grow and evidence points to the highest levels of the church leadership, Chloe must protect Rosie and her team. But is it from a monster or herself? Blood in the Cradle will be released on July 23rd. A Perilous Proposal is the latest Rebecca Orange Castle cozy mystery from Valerie Brandy. Murder, matrimony, and mayhem. Just another week in Monrovia. When a royal wedding rolls into town, exotic animal trainer turned amateur sleuth Rebecca Orange thinks the biggest danger she'll face is bumping into the Duke's impossibly perfect ex-fiancé. But when a glamorous pop star is found dead on the royal investigator's office rug, sequins and all, Rebecca and her ever-faithful and frequently gassy Tibetan Mastiff Joe find themselves at the center of a very high-profile murder case. To solve it, they'll have to team up, again, with the village's most reluctant ally, Officer Basilier, who may or may not be considering using her stun gun for fun this time. With the help of Castle Whisperer Maggie, a baffling trail of break-ins, and a bridal party hiding more secrets than the lace appliques, Rebecca must navigate aristocratic exes, historical conspiracies, and the unspoken etiquette of pre-wedding brunches, all while figuring out if she really belongs in a duke's world. Because in Morovia, love might be in the air, but so is poison. A Perilous Proposal will be released on July 25th. From Ellie Curzon comes The Lost Orphans, the first in the Runaway Evacuees series set during World War II. London, 1941. Help me, Jack, is Elsie's last thought as the building crashes down around her and everything goes dark. Will she ever see her big brother again? The war has robbed 8-year-old orphan Elsie of everything except her older brother Jack. Evacuated together, hand in hand, they escaped a cruel farming family only to find their home destroyed, their mother gone. Wide-eyed Elsie hasn't spoken since, and every night she cries for her mother and for their father, lost at war. Wandering under the falling ash, their stomachs twist with hunger, and Jack knows he cannot protect Elsie alone. But everything changes when they join a ragtag band of orphans, runaway evacuees who've returned to the city just like them. With nothing left to lose, the children stay above ground as Nazi planes fly overhead, determined to help others. But as they risk their lives, who will protect them? Then, during a night of terrible bombing, the unimaginable happens. Elsie disappears. Their faces streaked with tears, Jack and his friends search through the flames and the smoke, knowing she has no voice to respond to their cries. Will anyone find her before it's too late? And will the lost orphans ever find a safe home? The Lost Orphans will be released on July 23rd. The Kingdom Come series continues with The Rider on a Pale Horse by Mark Goodwin. The final days of Earth have arrived, and the seals are broken. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are unleashed, bringing devastation, famine, and death to the planet. As society crumbles under the weight of chaos, survival becomes a brutal game. Silas Ford has managed to avoid the worst of the violence during the Second American Civil War, but the nightmare is far from over. When the world turns to dust, the strong prey on the weak, and every man must decide how far he's willing to go to live another day. Silas opens his compound to several newcomers. The additional members bring much-needed manpower to help with security and chores, but they each come with their own baggage that jeopardizes the group dynamic. The art of survival is no simple task. When Silas agrees to watch over a local farmer's cattle, A ruthless trickster steals the herd. Now, Silas must venture into the heart of a lawless, virus-ravaged world to recover what's been taken. With death lurking around every corner and the deadly virus spreading like wildfire, this mission could cost him everything. Book 2 of the Kingdom Come series is an unrelenting, heart-pounding, post-apocalyptic adventure you won't be able to put down. You can check it out on July 26th. This week's nonfiction pick is Fulvia, the woman who broke all the rules in ancient Rome, by Jane Draycott. Fulvia was born into wealth, privilege, and prestige around the year 80 BCE. Yet there was nothing inherently special about her. She was not a saint, an empress, or a queen. But during the years leading up to the fall of the Roman Republic, Fulvia was moving in the most powerful social circles, and by her death in 40 BCE, she had amassed a degree of political and military power unprecedented for a woman. Fulvia's success came at a considerable cost, however. None of her 3 marriages to politically powerful men, most famously to Mark Antony, lasted, and 3 of her 5 children died violently. She was repeatedly ridiculed for daring to step outside the confines of the domestic sphere. The deliberate and systematic destruction of her reputation shaped her legacy for 2 millennia. Ample literary, documentary, and archaeological sources for Fulvia exist. Yet most contemporary depictions of her were extremely negative. Historian Jane Draycott, reading between the lines of the ancient evidence, proposes a more nuanced interpretation. Using Fulvia as a guide, she invites readers to visit an unfamiliar Rome, one in which women played a critical role during Rome's violent transition from a republic to the dictatorship of the Roman Empire. Fulvia will be released on July 22nd. USA Today bestselling author Ariel begins her Blood Rain series with Rejected Vampire. A broken promise, an undeniable bond, a bloodstained heart. Everyone believed vampire prince Wyatt Castor was her destiny. Instead, he became her curse. On the day of her offering, Wyatt rejected her as his vampire bride, an act that triggered a devastating chain of events, including the sudden death of her father. Now, with less than 3 months until her 21st birthday, she must bite and claim a vampire mate, or risk leaving her kingdom vulnerable to attack. Her final hopes lie within the gates of Rise Academy. There she crossed paths with Wesley and Adrian, 2 powerful, alluring vampires who draw her in with a magnetic pull. But beneath their charm may lie dangerous secrets. As time runs out, she must decide: follow her heart, choose the right mate, and save her legacy, or let Wyatt Castor destroy her fate once and for all. Rejected Vampire will be released on July 24th. Finally, from Joshua T. Calvert comes The Artifact, a new science fiction thriller. Buried secrets, faceless killers, and a relic that was never meant to be found. Deep beneath the Pyramid of the Sun, archaeologist Charles Bowen and his protege, Marcus Brown, uncover an artifact that rewrites history and paints a target on their backs. Within hours, killers strike. Charles is dead. Marcus is on the run. Hunted by the FBI, shadowy operatives, and the Mexican authorities, Marcus must unravel the truth about the relic and the secret it holds about his own past. Because some discoveries weren't meant to be unearthed, and some secrets will kill to stay buried. The Artifact will be released on July 21st. That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading lists, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.